It's moving day. Time to move the rigs over to the new co-location spot so I can save power at home, save heat, and save half of my bill, because the co-location place is only 5 cents per kilowatt hour versus 10 cents kilowatt hour. But before we do that, let's close this up. We need a few tools because we need to fix the power in here first. So let's get inside and take a look at that. Let me put these tools down. And this is going to be my new crypto spot for both of my rigs and any more rigs I build in the future. But I already have 240 volts sitting right down here, but it's the wrong plug. It's an L530 and I need an L630. So I need to switch out the outlet and put a cover on it as well. But this is all it is. It's just an empty room basically. Used to be networking and other stuff, but now it is going to be my crypto place where I only have to mine at 5 cents a kilowatt hour. Now there is an air conditioner up top here, but I will not be running the air conditioner because I'm not paying for it. So there's a big warehouse right above this, nice and open above the drop ceiling. So I'll probably open up a few of these and try to get a thermosiphon effect to get the heat out of here. If that doesn't work, I will bring the 1000 CFM exhaust fan that I have in my basement window right now, and you can hear the forklifts in the background because this is a warehouse. But and put it up top here and try to either blow in cooler air from the warehouse or help exhaust the heat. We'll have to play with it and see how hot this room actually gets to begin with. So first things first, let's get this fixed. Okay, so about 3 hours later and a bunch of playing around, I cannot use these outlets. Apparently these are L530s, which are actually 120 volts, 30 amps. So you don't have the extra phase, so I can get 240. Or in this case, in this warehouse, they actually have 208, since it's technically a 3-phase system and they're using 2 legs, something like that. I am not a certified electrical engineer. So what I did find is this line right here that is now coming through the drop ceiling, believe it or not, was actually sort of hanging like that, except for the wires exposed. And actually that is another L530, 120 volt. So I couldn't even use that one either. But there was just the exposed wires hanging out there. Took me like an hour and a half to figure out which breaker panel it was actually to, so I could isolate it and turn it off. And then I just yanked it all the way back through here and brought it on down. And I put a junction box on it with an L630, since it does supply 208 volts. So let's go ahead and turn on the breaker and see if it pops and see if I did it right or if I blow up the warehouse. Bang! I also picked the perfect time to move my rigs on over here to my secondary location, because for the next 2 days at the time of recording this video, it is literally getting to 96 or 98 degrees before the heat index. And tell me that isn't freaking insane. So here we go. This is our panel and you can barely see it, but let's see if it pops again. Nope, it's happy. So let's head on back and try it out. Now I also know for a fact, I've already talked to the hobbyist miner. He's already shut off his rigs for the day, because there's no way he can pump out all that heat that he's making in that little room. I'm sure everyone else is having problems, at least in the mid-Atlantic and Northeast. So be back in 1 second. There. So what I have set up here is another Space Goats type meter. Unfortunately, I couldn't get one of his cases right now because he is massively back ordered still. I haven't even actually put my order in. I need to put it in. This is just a plastic project box that will work for the time being, and that goes to an L630 receptacle. So I'm gonna put the camera down and we're gonna plug it on in here and see how well it works. I do find it interesting for 208 volts, we're only getting 193, but I think the power supply should still be okay with it. We'll have to give it a shot. But for right now, let's clean this up, get the rigs in here, and get them set up. Okay, so we got the power ran down, goes on over to the plug, which is all the way over here. And then runs behind the rigs over to here. Now I'm not sure if 193 volts is going to be a problem or not, but we'll see. But I got 60 hertz, that is correct. And this is the first time I've actually done this. I've had these two Kingwin frames for a couple months now, but I've never stacked them before. It definitely takes two people to stack them because once you load it up with cards, these get pretty heavy. But once they're on there, this is pretty freaking cool. So let me go ahead. I just picked up the PDU and picked up the rest of my power cables and networking cables. So let me get this started and we'll keep going. Okay, got the power connected. One Ethernet, two Ethernets. And yes, there are two motherboards on this one rig and three Ethernets. So let's flip a switch and see what came loose in shipping. It's coming alive. This one might need a manual wake up. There we go. I see I got one fan to fix here so far. So let's let everything boot up because right now it's off and we'll come on back. And we are up and running. Check that out. $2,361 watts, 185 volts. And the power supplies are still perfectly fine with it. They're not giving me any issues because these are the Delta 2400 watts. And these you want 208 to 240, but they're happy. They're eating it for lunch. And all three rigs are up and running, even if this doesn't focus perfectly. Now the true test will be to see what the temperature goes up to, because it is not 60, that's the humidity. 60% humidity in here. I don't care about the clock. Keep on going. There you go. 76 degrees Fahrenheit in this room right now. I am not running the air conditioning. Again, I'm hoping I get some sort of thermosiphon with heat going up and down through here, there, and all the way over here. I'm hoping the heat gets through and allows some fresh air in from the warehouse, because the ceiling above this is actually about another 25 feet. This is just a room in a warehouse. So I will be back with the next video in a few days detailing how this is actually all set up and if this is still going good or if it's overheating or what. So come say hi on the Misfit Mining Discord. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.